Alright, Heber, check it out. I'm going to do my best to explain what I got going on here to help you out with what you're asking. You're asking about footwork, you're asking about stepping, you're asking about circling, and that all ties into footwork. And the best way for me to teach you how to do that is to start off with your stance. And I know that light is blinding and kind of making me look like a serial killer, but whatever. Alright, hang on. Fuck. Alright. Switch over here to... Oh, I can't do that mid-flight. Alright, check it out. This is your cone of power, okay? Your cone of power is the place where your body is most strong ergonomically, and this is how you should stand. Feet roughly shoulder width apart, and what it does, and like shoulder width apart and a half step back. So about half step, shoulder width apart, half step. And your goal is to put your opponent, say that box is my opponent. You want him in the center of your cone of power. All right. Now, this is kind of counterintuitive to what I've been teaching before, but I've been learning a lot, and things change. Now, this is your cone of power, like I said. Keep them centered in it. So as you're like circling, you're going to want to step to keep him in the center of it. Now, a proper step, comes from pushing with the outside, I don't know how well you can see this shit, with the outside of this foot and lifting and moving with this foot. And it looks like this. It would be, all right, I'm in my position. It'd be push, step, push, step. And that is the boxer's step. And what I'm showing right now is kind of an oblique, a step to the oblique. I'm set, ready, step. That's a forward and slightly to the left. And the opposite, to go backwards in a way, or backwards or whatever, forwards, backwards, it doesn't matter. Push from the outside of this foot and lift the back. That's it. And I'm not going to beat that too much because I feel like you already know that. Now, I sent you pictures of the cutout I received from a I-33 seminar. I-33 is the oldest surviving example, our oldest surviving manuscript we have detailing historical sword fighting techniques from the Middle Ages. It's the oldest one, it's the only one we got. Now, in that, they detail sword and buckler techniques. Now, sword and buckler techniques are very, very similar to two-stick techniques. And the part that I think is impertinent to you is the wards. If you learn the wards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the auxiliary, not only will it'll build you as a fighter, just period, it will be particularly useful for you if you replace the use of a buckler with the use of another sword. Okay? Now, I'm gonna have to make you another video where I turn it around and use the actual camera and not the face back camera on my phone, and I'll show you the words individually so you can see them, because just reading them will be kind of hard to do just straightforward. But lost my train. It'll be hard for you to do with just reading them. Seeing them is much easier. All right. The next thing I'll get to is the binds. Now you're having issue. You called them clinches. Clinches, binds. It means it's about the same shit, but really it's called a bind. That is the correct medieval term. Is a bind. Now I imagine it's because you're used to foam fighting, and you're used to fighting at what they call A to B range. And I'm sorry. Yeah, A to B range, and whenever they step in on you, you're kind of like, oh shit, what do I do? Well, the answer, sir, is binding. You need to bind his offense. Say you're two-sticking against the shieldman, and which would, I imagine, is a fucking very common scenario because most people are shieldmen. It's a tactic. You're gonna want to do fourth ward, basically. And okay. I'll just tell you hypothetically what you should do, and then I'll just make a video of the wards and send it to you. Now, what you'd want to do is do essentially fourth ward. All right. I'm actually going to show you my buckler right now. This is what I'm using as a buckler. It is a sword hilt that the blade's been cut off. Sword hilt, blade cut off. Now, what's cool about this is you can practice sword techniques without the weight of a blade. 2, it acts as a buckler. This is my shield. I've been using this for practice for like 2 weeks. This is the only shield I use, and it's actually my favorite. I love buckler fighting. And here's why. The reason I don't get ate up when I use a buckler is because utilizing proper techniques to engage in binds, control their offense, and crush them with my superior offense, because I can swing my sword at any fucking angle I want to because I don't have a big stupid fucking shield in my way. Now, I'm going to make a video of the wards.